Hi, good morning, everyone. My topic for today is all about the rule of codes of conduct. As discussed in previous chapters, the BCS provides a code of conduct that is intended to support the professional obligations of those working within the area of computing and IT in general. In this context, the BCS states that this code sets out the professional standards required by the society as a condition of membership. It applies to members of all grades, including students and affiliates, and also non-members who offer their expertise as part of the society's professional advice registers. So when we say code of conduct, it is a set of values, rules, standards, and principles outlining what employers expect from staff within an organization. The business code of conduct is specifically targeted at individual members and their professional work. The code governs your personal conduct as an individual member of the business and not the nature of business or ethics of the relevant authority. It will therefore be a matter of your exercising your personal judgment in meeting the code's requirements. It means that pinamamahala nito ang iyong personal na pag-uugali bilang isang individual na miyembro at hindi ang likas na katangian ng negosyo. The specificity of the business code of conduct appears extreme in the quotation above, in that it appears only to apply to the professional work done with IT systems, and the consequences of the use of the work must be judged by each member. What is probably missing is an extension to the general definition above of the relevant authority, so that it should include national and international legal requirements as it does explicitly in the code itself. For example, ang miyembro ay hindi dapat sadyang makisali sa trabaho para sa mga organisasyong kriminal o terorista. Sa kabilang banda, pipiliin ng ilang tao na huwag magtrabaho sa mga proyektong militar. Samantala, gagawin ng iba kaya nagtatrabaho sa kung ano ang mas gusto nilang tawaging mga industriya ng pagtatanggol. Informing and other members sometimes termed whistleblowing. So when we say whistleblowing, the term used when a worker passes an information concerning wrongdoing. In this guidance, we call that making a disclosure or blowing the whistle. Here, there are recognized problems. If it's not done anonymously, then the innocent whistleblower might be penalized. Vexatious whistleblowing, reporting other members, unreasonably is itself a breach of the Beast Code of Conduct. It means that if you are informing an information na hindi makatwiran, ito mismo ay isang paglabag sa Beast Code of Conduct. The Beast Code of Conduct is supposed to be interpreted flexibly. It provides guidelines rather than being rigidly prescriptive. Thus, it seems hardly worth having tutorial holds any breaches which members apply to themselves and only significant ones that apply to other members. The key aspects of the Beast Code of Conduct. The Business Code of Conduct has 17 elements separated into 4 sections. We have the 4 sections. First, the public interest. Second, duty to relevant authorities. Third, duty to the profession. And lastly, the professional competence and integrity. Inside the public interest, we have 5 elements. First, in your professional role, you shall have regard for the public health, safety, and environment. Or you shall respect the public health, safety, and environment. Then, you shall have regard to the legitimate rights of third parties. The third term party includes professional colleagues or possibly competitors or members of the public who might be affected by an IS project without their being directly aware of its existence. Then we have, you shall ensure that within your professional fields, you have knowledge and understanding of relevant legislation, regulations, and standards, and that you comply with such requirements. So, bisan hain ka man, dapat maaram ka an mga nauugnay na batas ngan mga dapat mo sundon. Then, you shall conduct your professional activities without discrimination against clients or colleagues. Then, we have you shall reject any offer or bribery or inducement or panunuhol o panghihikayat. Then, we have the duty to relevant authority. We have 4 elements. You shall carry out work or study with due care and diligence in accordance with the relevant authorities, requirements, and the interest of systems user. If your professional judgment is overruled, you shall indicate the likely risks and consequences. Or dapat mong isagawa ang trabaho o pag-aaral na may angkop na pag-iingat at kasipagan alinsunod sa mga kinakailangan ng kaugnay ng otoridad. You shall avoid any situation that may give rise to a conflict of interest between you and your relevant authority. You shall make full and immediate disclosure to them if any conflict is likely to occur or be seen by a third party as likely to occur. Dapat mong iwasan ang anumang sitwasyon na maaaring magdulot ng salungatan ng interes sa pagitan mo at ng iyong nauugnay na otoridad. You shall not disclose or authorize to be disclosed or use for personal gain or to benefit a third party confidential information except with the permission of your relevant authority or at the direction of a court of law. Huwag mong pahintulutan na ibunyag or gamitin para sa personal na pakinabang maliban kung may pahintulot ng iyong nauugnay na otoridad. Then you shall not misrepresent or withhold information on the performance of products, systems, or services, or take advantage of the lack of relevant knowledge or inexperience of others, or di dapat magtago ng impormasyon. Duty to the profession. You shall uphold the reputation and good standing of the BCS in particular, and the profession in general, and shall seek to improve professional standards through participation in their development, use, and enforcement. You shall act with integrity in your relationships with all members of the BCS and with members of other professions with whom you work in a professional capacity. You shall have due regard for the possible consequences of your statements on others. You shall not make any public statement in your professional capacity unless you are properly qualified and, where appropriate, authorized to do so. You shall not purport to represent the business unless authorized to do so. Then you shall notify the society if convicted of a criminal offense or upon becoming bankrupt or disqualified as company director. Then we have the professional competence and integrity, and it has 4 elements. You shall seek to upgrade your professional knowledge and skill and shall maintain awareness of technological developments, procedures, and standards which are relevant to your field and encourage your subordinates to do likewise. You shall not claim any level of competence that you do not possess. You shall only offer to do work or provide a service that is within your professional competence. You shall observe the relevant BCS codes of practice and all other standards which, in your judgment, are relevant, and you shall encourage your colleagues to do likewise. You shall accept professional responsibility for your work and for the work of colleagues who are defined in a given context as working under your supervision. Lastly, we have the summary of the rule of codes of conduct. Then, professional societies such as the BCS need to serve many people, groups, organization, and society itself. Agreement to abide by the BCS code of conduct is a requirement placed on all of the society's members and everyone working on behalf of the society. Codes of conduct are not easy to prepare, and given the wide range of work carried out by the IT professionals, it is essential that the BCS code is written in such a manner that it can be interpreted in a flexible and appropriate manner. The current version of the BCS code is organized into 4 sections and in total contains 17 items.